Let's go. Let's go to work. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on. I got you. I got you. Come on, let's go to work. Come on, let's go. Come on, you're making a mess of my house over here, ripping everything up. Come on, let's go. Let's go to work. Let's go. Come on. You want to go to work? You want to go? You want to stay home? All right. Morning, guys. It is October 30th, 2020. This one here, my truck's back in the shop. Got an ignition switch and a push button, you know, and the push button, turn the ignition switch on and push the button to hit the starter. Starter wouldn't turn the starter over. A bunch of times, had the mechanic come by and he was able to get it going, so he drove it down to the mechanics again. He's gonna put a new ignition, a new push switch, and probably change the starter. So I'm working on the pickup again. I got a couple of emergency calls I got to do this morning. And people with no heat, good customers of mine, so I grabbed some tools and working out of my pickup truck here. I'll try to get you some shots. I know it's an oil-fired boiler there, and this guy's he's not too mechanical, so you know I told him to hit the reset button, and I got to go over there and see what's going on with it. It's hard to explain to him what to do. He's more of a corporate guy, you know, so. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, everybody's got their own things. But I'm going over there and see if I can get it going for the guy and find out what's going on. I know he's got first company units throughout the house for the heat. He's got a boiler and the storage tank. I think it's an aqua bank, actually. So from what he was saying, he says he's got no heat through the house. And it's got a zone control over there, like a Takeo zone control and a bunch of circulators. You know, it might be one of the fan coil units, one of the bad fans in one of the fan coil units. I don't know. So we're going to go over there and see if we could help him out. I had to leave Molly home this morning. Then I got to go winterize a house. Flipping lady's been haunting me about it. And told her my truck broke, and one of these that push you off to the last flipping minute, and then your truck breaks down, and they're flipping crying the blues over there. It's like, lady, I've been telling you for 2 weeks you got to winterize this flipping thing. Now all of a sudden you got me coming in on the last day before it gets super cold and my truck breaks. But anyway, I got what I need. I'll go over there and do that. Shut her up. I'll try to get you some shots. Nothing's calling. It's not trapped. Oh, look like there's any boiler water in it. Look like there's any water in the boiler. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. That feeder was stuck. How come you got all the thermostats turned down?
What do you mean turned down?
I got nothing's calling. Go turn up the thermostats.
Alright.
None of them are calling. You got them all off?
Yeah, we just
Turn them all on. Turn them all on.
Alright, I'll turn them all on and put it up there so it'll call for it.
Yeah, all of them.
Alright.
Oh, that don't look good. Tankless is leaking. Look at that. Uh-oh. Not good, Mama. Not good. Needs a new boiler. Holy shit. I'll get them by for now, maybe, but. Oh, looking good. Must have been making flipping steam. Not good. Inch and a quarter supply with a tankless. It's definitely leaking. We'll just make sure we get heat for now. I mean, the second floor one is the one we're probably really concerned about, right? That's the one that never works. I don't think, is the second floor turned up also? Yeah, all of them are. Yeah. Well, we did turn the high limit up, so it might
Slow it up.
It might slow it up once it warms up. We'll see. Get you by for now until we can replace it. Turn the high limit up. Yeah, so the feeder was stuck.
Yeah.
So what happened was it was probably leaking and you know, made steam type of thing. You hear any banging noises or anything? No?
No, I can't say I heard anything bang, no.
That one's coming nice and warm now. Second floor one's starting to heat up. I mean, you gotta, it's getting flipping cold. You can't be without heat, right?
Right, yeah. Yeah, this is pretty cold tomorrow. And to the 50s, so I mean, I can buy it. Obviously, you can change it.
What I want you to keep an eye on, you see this pressure here on this gauge?
Yeah.
When I came here it was on 0. So now it's right around 25 or so. You gotta keep an eye on that. That goes to 0. See that one there goes to 0?
The one with the blue letters?
Yeah, you got a problem. It's
Yeah.
gotta have pressure in it, okay?
Yeah. Where should it run anyways?
Should be running around 15 or so. That doesn't mean that that thing's accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still leaking good.
Yeah.
See, the problem is you go to try to take them bolts out, they're just gonna snap.
Yeah.
And it's not worth putting a coil in that because she's definitely a leaker. Not good.
So basically you're looking to replace that whole unit.
You gotta replace the whole unit, yeah. Put a brand new unit in there,
Alright.
unfortunately.
Yeah, what's that go for?
Well, I can call you back. It's not,
Alright, yeah.
it's not, you're gonna be sitting down when I give you the price on that sucker.
Shit, really?
Yeah.
Well, I gotta do it anyway, so.
We can go right out there with it.
Sometimes you probably get a rebate or whatever.
Well, if you get one that's really high efficiency, I mean, you get a little bit of a rebate on it.
Yeah.
Better off going back with something like this that's less of. Wouldn't hurt. You could get some bath towels, put them down, and then every so often come down here and rinse them out for now.
Yeah.
Until I can get back and replace the boiler.
Yeah. Now, if I shut the boiler off, it's not gonna.
It's gonna leak even worse.
Oh, really?
Don't shut it off.
So keep the heat going.
Yeah, because if you shut that off, it's gonna shrink up and leak even worse.
Okay, all right.
With the heat, it might expand a little bit.
Okay. So just keep constant heat going.
Most guys would just shut you right off here, but I'm trying to give you heat for a little bit. You have to keep an eye on this.
Right,
you know?
right.
Legally, I should probably shut this thing right down.
Yeah.
But if you promise to keep an eye on it, and you know, at least you have heat.
Right. So keep the heat going.
You have to keep the heat going, and you got to keep an eye on that pressure gauge. Okay?
Yeah.
Because if this thing lets loose and it starts leaking even more and the water leaks out, then you have to shut it.
Yeah.
And if you have to shut it, it's right here. Are you going to be around to watch it?
Yeah, I'm around, so...
See, then if you shut this switch off, it'll shut the power off. But you have to be on the same page as me. I mean, it's kind of dangerous me leaving this thing like this.
Yeah.
But I don't want to leave you without heat either.
I won't have hot water, right?
You won't have no hot water, no heat. You have hot water now.
Right.
But if we shut this off and you got no heat over the weekend, I mean, it's going to get cold.
Right. See, that's the problem. Otherwise, I'm not so worried about the heat. I'm more, it's the hot water, right? Hot water. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be down. It's going to be down in the 20s. I mean, I don't think it's definitely a leak, but I don't think it's crazy, you know? You got to keep an eye on it.
Okay.
I want you to keep an eye on that pressure gauge. That's the most important thing, is that gauge, that lower number. You don't want that to go too low, okay? That goes too low, you got problems. You see it?
Yeah, I see the one with the blue.
The one with the blue, yeah. See, it's at 25.
25.
I mean, that gets down to, you know, 0. You got to shut it off. Got to shut the boiler off. Yeah, we're nice and at least you got heat throughout the house. Yeah, just leave on the thermostats at 70 or whatever. You know, leave the thermostats.
68 or whatever.
68 is fine. I mean, you know upstairs that if you lose your heat, you got to come down here and shut this thing off.
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, if it leaks out, it'll start making steam, it'll start banging, making all kinds of flipping noise. You'll hear it.
Yeah. Turn it off.
Just shut it off if that's the point, if that's the case.
Yeah.
Then you'd have to get electric heaters and work off of electric heaters. But
yeah, I mean, we'll be okay. Like I said,
you'll be okay for a few days here.
Yeah, it's just the hot water.
Yeah, you got to be able to take a shower.
Yeah.
All right, I just left that job. He needs a new boiler. I'm gonna go back with another peerless. 4-section, exact same boiler that's in there. I already talked to the guy, the supplier, is going to send me a quote over, and I should be getting my truck back. Today's Friday. I should be getting my truck back Tuesday. So, I don't know, by the end of next week, I should be able to change that boiler for this guy if he okays it. I mean, if not, he can get someone else. I mean, only could do so much out of a pickup truck. But, good customer. I'll try to, you know, give him a decent price on the new boiler. He's selling the house, supposedly. He's trying to get a guy that's interested in it, but I'm just going to leave the aqua bank there and just change the boiler out. I ain't going to try fucking around with that coil. Snap them bolts. 20 something year old boiler. It's got to go. So I did leave it running for the guy. He is going to keep an eye on it. I did explain to him that, you know, it is risky to leave it running like that, but it is going to continue to leak. And, you know, as long as he keeps an eye on it, should be okay. But I could have shut it down and locked him out and all that shit, but he's going to be home keeping an eye on it. And he wants me to leave it running. We talked about it. And it's kind of a judgment call on my part. I mean, it's going to get cold over the weekend, down in the 20s. High 20s, so I think you can get by for a couple of days like that. As long as that feeder is not sticking and it's feeding, it should be okay. I mean, worst comes to worst, it's going to start making, the water's going to come out, it's going to start making steam and banging, and he'll hear it, make all kinds of flipping noise. So like I said, it's a judgment call, and we talked about it. He's a good customer of mine. I'm not going to leave him without heat. So that's the deal. very questionable. I mean, the thing's leaking pretty good. I did raise the temperature on it, the boiler temperature up to 200, so it's going to get hotter, and it might slow that leak down a little bit as it gets hotter. We'll see. I will give the guy a call, you know, check on him periodically, make sure he's going down there and checking on shit over the weekend. Worst comes to worst, I'll go over there and shut it off and get him some electric heaters to get him by. But he needs hot water also to shower. So it's, you know, if I had my truck, I'd probably get on it right away, and maybe over the weekend, I don't know. We'll see. Looks like it's starting to snow here. Starting to snow, Mama. Let it snow, let it snow.